Hi there folks, welcome back to my channel, and for this video I'm going to another kind of Halloween sort of themed trail event, whatever you want to call it. It's actually to do with the Loch Faerie Trail, which as the name suggests is in Loch, but specifically if you head to, is it the Loch Hotel? The Loch Arms Hotel. So it's the Loch South car park, which is the one that's right next to the hotel, and you start the trail from there. Again, I'll link in the website for the Loch Faerie Trail into the description bar for this video and into a pinned comment. So again, if you're wanting to look up any information for the Loch Faerie Trail or any of the events that they hold throughout the year, you can find all the information there. So I think I'm a wee bit early because you do have to kind of book online and get a specific time slot, because I think it can prove to be quite popular, and yeah, and it is quite a popular wee event, especially for families and kids. But again, it's always kind of good to get out and just have some fun and have some fun with the season. So I will be heading out in just a moment. Before I do so, if you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy my videos, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can also follow me on TikTok and Blue Sky, and you can also click on the join button and become a channel member. So with that out the road, I'm going to grab my things and head on out. Yeah, so just remember with the Loch South car park, it is like the main car park. It is, you have to pay to park here. I think it's £2 an hour to park here. So again, it just does depend on how long you're going to be parking here. But I'm going to head on up and try and find out where the start of the trail is, and find out what's going on. I do have about half an hour, so don't have to rush too much. Yeah, so the information board here. So obviously we've got the fairy trail and the nature trail, and you can actually buy tickets from this wee trailer here. I think I'm supposed to head down that way because again I've already booked online. Yeah, so I think that's essentially going to be following this little story as we go along the trail. There's some clues you've got to follow as well. Oh, that's me booked in for the trail, so I've got kind of some stuff to take with me for the trail itself, including a wee booklet that you write in the clues that you find along the trail, and then you put all the answers on a bit of paper inside the actual booklet, and you post it into the wee post box that's next to the cabin, and it's a prize draw at the end of the month. So yeah, we're taking part in that just for a laugh. So you start at the first sign just outside the cabin, and you walk along the main road past the hotel up to the primary school. But also noticed there's actually now the Loch Distillery, which is opened in the town. So I have to have a look at that, possibly do a wee video there if I can. But I'm going to start the trail and head on around and end up in the pumpkin patch at the end. Yeah, so the Loch Distillery is actually just down there. So it's got a shop and visitor centre. It's just a short walk from the Loch Lomond Arms Hotel. I called it the Loch Arms Hotel earlier on. It was the Loch Lomond Arms Hotel. So I think I want to do this trail. I might go down there for a wee visit. So I should get a shifty on. Yeah, so that's the Loch Lomond Arms Hotel. Yeah, I'd really want to stay over that night in there sometime. Do a video in there. But I've had a wee juice in there before, but it's really nice. So I'm going to continue along this way. Yeah, so when you see the sign for Glen Loch, which is this one here. This is the road you take to go up to the rest of the Faerie Trail. Yeah, so after this stop, I'll have to go up along this way and over the bridge to the rest of Glenloss. So this is the bridge you've got to go over. And you'll hear the noise of the traffic below. That's the A82. That's the road that takes you up to Craiglarich and past Loch Lomond. Here we shot the traffic. Yeah, there's our coming away from the bridge. There's a speed junction here. I like to go straight on. So we gate up here, I think. Follow the trail along. Yep. Sign for the Loch Lomond Faerie Trail. Yeah, and it's at this point, okay, you've got the trail out there, because we've come off the path and go up beyond the. So you just gotta go up those steps there, and I think beyond the, you can just make it out through the trees. And I did check online to see if it was a carpet, or see what kind of classification it is. I think it's classed as a Graham. Yeah, it is classed as a Graham. Right, so it's Monroe, Corbett, Graham. So the Grahams are the shorter of those three, but it's just up there. But I'm going that way. Maybe I'll do B&Do one day. So for the second one, you've got to look for the two totem poles. So I've got one on the left hand side of the gate and one on the right. So I'm gonna try and find the second story. So then the second stop. Just heading down this way. Yeah, I've been on the Faerie Trail before, but I've never done like the full thing. Because it's really just the events you pay for. The trail's open all year round. Yeah, so that's Lost Water, which also comes down through the mountains above the village and through the village itself. And even from up here you can see how clear that water is. Probably not being picked up on the camera though. So as we make a wee detour from the actual trail, just have to head back up this way and get back on the trail itself. Yeah, I don't know if I made a wrong turn somewhere, because I thought I was on the actual trail, and when I'd stopped at the viewpoint for the Lost Water, walking along, I thought that I had to come back in through a gate. I have to be quite careful here because the acorns are falling. I don't want to be hit on the head. But I think I'm back on the trail. Just trying to find out what point I'm on. Yeah, I did go the wrong way as I came down these steps here. And so if you're coming to this, don't go up to the viewpoint over the Lost Water, because that's the wrong way. So managed to get back to the right point, but back at point 3, and then had to work my way back up and to the last bit of the trail that I've just had to backtrack on. So fun and games. Yeah, so I'm back to where I realised I'd made a mistake. So I'm going to head back through the gate that I came through. I turn down left and go over the bridge. And that should take me down to point 9. And just follow the path down that way. So, just doubling back in myself now. But again, just means I'm getting the steps in. And again, with it being quite undulating ground and quite uneven in places, yeah, definitely give myself a good workout. I think this is the way down to the bridge. So again, just be very careful on these paths. And again, sensible footwear's always advised. You can see that this used to all be part of a slate quarry. There's some of the old waste piles, the old bings from the quarry, and it's just been left and taken over by nature. So back down this way. Yeah, so it's back down at the river. Quite a narrow bridge. But that's looking downstream, back down towards Luss. And now you can see what I mean by the water being so clear. Yeah, so after you cross the bridge, you turn right. And the next marker's just up along this way. Yeah, you come through the gate that's just back that way. And when you see the B school, which is that building over there, you turn left. You go along this way. It's almost like we've got to be close to wood here. I quite like that sculpture. It looks like it's all been made out of driftwood. And a marker over there. Yeah, for the last wee bit of the trail. Oh, careful. Nearly went over my ankle there. You go underneath the road bridge. So you're following the river along. And you end up going under the A82. Oh, there's some artwork here. It's a troll bridge. So at this point you can either go down and over that wee bridge, or you can go over that way. I think I might be silly and just go over the wee bridge. So that's the lost water. I'll come back onto the main road, and the next stop's just over there. So we'll have to cross the roads. Also make sure there's no traffic in our direction. Oh, somebody coming. But go down this way, I think we're going left. So this is the last wee stretch. And I've spotted some headed coos over there. As we are on the final stretch. So we're going through the fairy tale farm and to the pumpkin patch. And there's some goats. Yeah, so the pumpkin patch is all the way along that way. I think I've got one last point to find. Should be down this way. So here's the pumpkin patch. So somebody's kind enough to give me another token, so I get to pick 2. There's more pumpkins over there. Well, that's when we managed to haul both those pumpkins back to the car. So we can head back up to the start of the trail where the last marker is, and you get the last clue. So then once I've got the last clue, I can fill out the wee form that you tear out and post in the wee post box. So that be what gets pulled out for the draw. And I think it's a wee cuddly toy or something that you get if you win. So you never know, might get something. And it'd be a wee present for someone. And probably one of the nibblings. And yeah, so one more wee marker to find. Right, so that's me finished the trail and filled out the wee form, and I've put it in the wee letterbox for the raffle, or I think it'd be a raffle. So yeah, it's a good wee trail. Definitely good. Got a good workout for it, because even though you're not summiting any of the mountains, it's like a lot of it is kind of very up and down steps, and yeah, so it's a good wee walk, that's for sure. So I'm going to finish the video here. And again, if you are wanting to guarantee that you do get on the trail, especially the Halloween trail, book it online, because even though you can do walk-ins, you can walk in on a day, you're not always guaranteed that there'll be walk-ins available. So again, book online. You can also, I would also suggest that you book in early, because then you can take your time on the trail and then head on over to the pumpkin patch. But I've certainly enjoyed myself today. I've had a good wee trip out, and I'm going to head on down to the last distillery and do a wee video there. So I'm going to end this one just now, and I'll see you all over when I get over to the distillery. So again, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.